Inserting shapes and text boxes. We're going to work with another kind of object you can place inside a worksheet, shapes and text boxes. These two features often work best when used together. Head up to the Insert ribbon and look in the Illustrations group. You'll see a Shapes dropdown. When you open it, Excel shows the full Shapes gallery, organized into categories. At the very top are your recently used shapes for quick access. Below that, you'll find lines, rectangles, basic shapes, arrows, and plenty more. In this example, we're going to use shapes as containers for data. Each shape will display a total from a sales worksheet. If you look at that sales sheet, you'll notice total sales value. The goal is to show those totals inside shapes on a separate summary worksheet. We want to make the numbers stand out, adding a cutout image for visual interest. Before we start drawing shapes, there's one more image option worth using: cutout images. Go back to Insert and choose Stock Images. Across the top, you'll see different categories, including one called Cutout People. Scroll through the options and pick one you like. Select it and click Insert. Excel downloads the image and places it on the sheet. You can resize it by dragging a corner handle, then move it into position. A small visual like this adds interest without getting in the way of the data. Setting your default shape style. Now, let's get to work on the actual data visualization. We are going to insert a rounded corner rectangle from the Shapes dropdown. Go ahead and draw one on your sheet. You might notice that when you draw a shape, it appears with a specific color and outline automatically. This happens because Excel remembers a default style. If you find yourself constantly changing blue rectangles to green, you can change this default. First, format your new shape exactly how you want it using the Shape Format tab. Pick your fill color, your outline color, and any effects. Once it looks perfect, right-click the shape and select Set as Default Shape from the menu. Now, every single time you draw a new shape in this workbook, it will start with those exact settings, saving you a ton of time. Formatting and duplicating shapes. With the shape selected, go to the Shape Format tab. I'm going to choose a dark green shape fill and a light green shape outline. While you are in the Outline menu, notice that you can also adjust the weight to make the border thicker or change the line style to dashes or dots if you prefer a sketched look. We need 4 of these rectangles to represent our 4 products. Rather than drawing 3 more and trying to resize them to match, it's much faster to duplicate the one we already have. Select your shape and press Ctrl D on your keyboard. That stands for duplicate. Hit Ctrl D 2 more times and you will have 4 identical shapes ready to go. Aligning shapes. Roughly position them across the top. Don't worry about perfection yet. To line them up properly, select all 4 shapes. Click the first one, hold Shift, and click each of the others. With all shapes selected, go to the Shape Format tab. In the Arrange group, open the Align menu. First, align them so they're centered relative to each other. Then, choose Distribute Horizontally. This ensures equal spacing between every shape. If you want to move them together as a single unit, group them. Still in the Arrange group, choose Group. Now, they behave like one object. Use the arrow keys to nudge the group. When you need to work with the shapes individually again, go back to Group and choose Ungroup. Linking shapes to cell data. We can display live data inside these shapes. We have a sales worksheet with totals for each product, and we want those numbers to appear inside our green rectangles on the summary sheet. Click on the first shape to select it. Do not type directly into the shape. Instead, move your mouse up to the formula bar and type an equal sign. Now, navigate to your sales worksheet and click on the cell that contains the total for laptop. Press Enter. You will see that value appear inside the shape. Repeat this process for the other 3 products. This creates a dynamic link, so if your sales data changes, these shapes update automatically. Formatting text inside shapes. The numbers are now visible, but the formatting probably looks a bit plain or small. Since these are just objects, we can format the text just like we would in a cell. Hold Shift and select all 4 shapes. Go to the Home ribbon. Let's bump up the font size to make it readable and change the font color to white so it stands out against the dark green background. In the alignment section of the home ribbon, set them to align bottom and center align. This places the numbers neatly at the bottom of the buttons, leaving room for a label above them. Using text boxes for labels. We have the numbers, but we need to label which product is which. For this, we will use text boxes. Go back to the Insert ribbon, look for the text group on the far right, and select Text Box. Draw a small box above your first rectangle and type Laptop. You will notice that by default, the text box might have a solid white background and a black outline, which looks a bit clunky on top of our design. We want to make it transparent. With the text box selected, go to the Shape Format tab. Set the Shape Fill to No Fill and the Shape Outline to No Outline. Now it looks like floating text. Head back to the Home tab to change the font color to white and increase the size to match your design. Just like with the shapes, we don't want to redo that work 3 times. Select your formatted text box and press Ctrl-D to duplicate it. Drag the copy over the second rectangle, click inside the text, and change it to tablet. Repeat this for mouse and monitor. By combining these simple shapes, linking tools, and text boxes, you have created a polished, dynamic dashboard element.